Episode two, Katsuki Triangle, Triangle. There's gonna be some things I definitely want to talk about. Before I go ahead and get to anime, I really want to talk about. There's not really much really to talk about basically in the mangas because I have never read the manga because I don't have the manga. Even though I almost bought it today because it was like $13.99, and then when I increased it to $15 because including tax and stuff like that. So because I decided not to get it, but I can always get it like another time because I'm just very curious about basically what's going on in the manga and stuff like that. Now I don't know how many chapters there really are, which I really do which I really do not know or anything like that. Now there's maybe a questioning: is there going to be a possible maybe a season two down the road? That could be possible, but even though if you look back to history, have to back to history of the creator of To Love Ru and also Darling in the Franxx, which I'll is basically to me because I mean he's been recognized for his work. And like I said before, back there during the times, when To Love Ru, came out and stuff, came out and stuff because it was on what was it on Crunchyroll back then because some stuff were censored and stuff like that and stuff until they came up with the uncensored one. I believe they are going to come up with the uncensored one, but I really don't think it's not going to happen. I really do think it's not going to happen anytime soon. It's not just going to happen just like that. It's really not. And stuff like that. I seen a whole bunch of people are trying to get the uncensored version and stuff, and stuff, and I think that's really just wrong. And some people are really doing that and getting themselves into a lot of trouble. And yeah, so I will just be patient, just watch the anime. I mean, you may not like the uncensored, or you may not like the censored version of this anime, but it still shows its decent preliminaries, just like to Rolo, not to Rolo, to love Ru, to basically just seeing that. So I mean, like I said before, I mean they can't just uncensor and hold to the Blu-rays to the Blu-rays because they wanted to be fair to do that and stuff like that. So yeah. Now, is there a very good possibility we could see a dub for this anime? The question is yes, I do believe that we probably get a dub, just like I said before about with with Darling and Franxx. Darling and Franxx, I don't think Darling and Franxx is not really kind of related to basically to Love Ru or this anime. I really don't think so because but the base of the manga, it may seem to be a little bit much more different to the To Love Ru and also based on this anime also well too. So yeah, so basically what I'm trying to say here is that yes, there's a very good possibility we could see the dub, but however, that's going to take some time. That's going to take some quality of time. I almost bought the Darling and the Franxx manga. I almost did because they start selling them because I think they start selling them like this month or last month or something like that. I'm not really 100% sure. So they're probably just selling the early versions that they only got for right now. Even though since Darling in the Franxx is gone and it's not really going to come out because I've heard several people saying like there's a likely very good possibility it could come out. I don't see that right happen. So I really don't. I just don't see what happen. And just like I said before, I do believe I think there may be maybe a season two, maybe for a Koski triangle. I mean, it could be possible, but it could be not. But I'm not saying it's going to happen. But I'm just saying by the history of basically Two of Ru, multiple different seasons, and then it may happen. But I don't see it happening anytime soon. So maybe later on in the future. So let's talk about this episode of episode one. So basically, episode one, Murakowski, he's not used to being, I would say, a woman, or I would say, or a girl, whatever you want to say, whatever you want to say. So yeah, even though he's not really too familiar and stuff like that, even though he has to get used to it and stuff like that, and basically, he wanted to go after his cat so he can be turned back the way he was. But even though if he were to exterminate the cat, then that means the cat says that said that you be cursed forever. And so that means he'll be cursed as a girl for the rest of his life. But even though you could tell his friend, she doesn't mind, and and that's basically what it feels to me. But that's just basically what really I just really do think. Now there's some other things that are definitely other different things I definitely do want to talk about because I'm really kind of curious about the main characters and his friends, and and their friends basically in the school. And I wonder, like, are they going to know about this? I'm assuming they probably aren't going to know, or they're probably just going to keep it as a secret. Just say like, let's not like, say it too much. I wouldn't say they're treating us like a Batman kind of related of the issue between like Bruce Wayne is Batman, Batman's Bruce Wayne, and that's basically the season. But even though I do love Batman, I really do love the series. But even though it's a lot more different, way much more different than comparison basis of this anime, because I think this should just keep it a secret between them two, and just not really saying really all that much, and saying, oh yeah, this is Matsu right here, this is Matsu right here. He's basically turned into a girl. So I mean, and basically, it basically says that, yeah, basically says that he's turned into a girl. You have supposed to be of these other guys basically in school hitting on him, and I mean, it seems like he doesn't really. I don't know. I guess he just doesn't like it or something. I don't know. So yeah, but one thing I definitely do want to talk about. It has to do with basically Masu's best friend. I can't remember her name. She's the guy with the short hair. She kind of reminds me, look like Shurigami or something like that, or someone from Tula Fru. I think so, because they kind of look both alike. They really do, basically really do. But even though basically I'm just saying. But one thing that really bothers me the most is based in this anime that just really gets me is that, because I'm seeing a damsel in distress, and I know seeing this couple of times, basically in some different animes and stuff like that. But even though they showed it basically a couple of times, basically in this anime. But the one thing that really throws me off the most, which I totally do get, and I definitely do agree with Chibi has says, even though he has not watched his anime or anything like that. But one thing I definitely do know about there's something that basically says that damsel in distress has become such a common thing that you basically do see. But even though if it happens like a couple of times, then it can be kind of repetitive and stuff like that. And that's what it basically feels to me. Because I mean, some people may think basically the female protagonist, or whatever you want to say, whatever you want to say. The thing about this, that I'm like, if that really is going to happen to basically their on, basically what she's doing, just being a dancer in distress. To be honest with you, I don't mean to be rude, but I need to say this. I think that she's a useless character basically in this anime. I'm sorry, but that's just my opinion. That's just basically what I think. So I'm not trying to be rude or anything like that, which I really am not. I just see her just being a useless person. I understand that she's just a girl, just as all the basis that she really actually is, but it's just really bothers me that you see a damsel in distress basically a couple of times basically in this anime, and I mean, I don't mind that, but it can become a great problem basically in anime. So I'm not saying this anime is bad. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm not saying it's like, oh, it's terrible or anything like that. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying. So yeah. So I say, please forgive me, you guys. These are just my opinions, but I don't mean to go on to them and just say like Shishiu's character and stuff like that. And I'm also kind of wondering. We're also kind of wondering, like, if basically Masuri is probably going to help her out or something, or help her to become an exorcist just like him. But I mean, she can, but it's just that she doesn't know anything. She doesn't know really actually any spells or something like that, or something like that. So I really do not know. I really don't know really much about that. And I do know this is the fan service anime, but there's still gonna be some fan service with the anime, but I wouldn't say yeah, drop it, but I wouldn't say no, don't drop it. It's still worth watching. Let's just put it that way. So yeah, but I'm not gonna go into the whole details about what happened to this one, or I don't want to get myself in trouble with YouTube. So yeah, but yeah. Anyway, so that's overall my thoughts. Do you guys agree with me that I think that she's become a useless character based in anime? We'll see. But even though that's just my like I said, that's just my opinion. But I'd love to hear what you guys have to say down in the comments below. But like I said, do you guys agree with me or not? I don't know. So yeah. So ever since I know, I'll see you guys there. Take care. Hope you guys have a wonderful day. Don't forget to subscribe. Please consider subscribing. please hit the like button, give me a thumbs up, and please hit the notification bell also too, so let me know you guys watch my videos, and please leave a comment below. Anyways, I love you guys. Take care. Hope you have a wonderful day. Take care. God bless. Remember, I love you guys. Please stay safe. And remember, stay blessed. Love you guys. Take care.